Is it Aisha? Aisha? I think she's on mute.
Yeah, she's probably on mute. She probably can't hear you.
Aisha, can you hear us? She probably stepped away. So, Baba, man, what's going on? So, how long you been trading?
I started trading in 2018 with IML. You know how everybody start.
I heard about it. Yeah, IML.
IML. Then I felt like I didn't want to you know interact with I like it's mandatory to interact with people to make money and shit like that. So I wanted to step away from that. And then
Yeah.
I met Q, not like personally, but on Instagram.
Yeah.
So I bought his course, and then I just started doing it from there.
That's raw. That's
Yeah,
good. So you've been training for what, a couple years, 3 years?
yeah, 3 years, like 3 years.
4.
Yeah.
There she is. Aisha, how you doing? I was trying to I think you're on mute. I see you talking, but we can't hear you.
She's talking, but yeah, she's on
Can you
mute.
hear? Yeah, she's on mute. I can't hear
She
you.
probably doesn't. Yeah.
I'm sorry. I was just basically saying I had to get my kid together. She had just came in.
Oh no, that's fine. I had a feeling you stepped away or something. So how long have you been trading? Is it Aisha?
Yes, it's Aisha. I've been training for 2.5 years. Well, going on 2.5 years in August. August 2019 will make the 6 month mark for me for 2.5 years. So
That's good. I
I
seen the
just been
profit.
going.
I seen the profits that you sent me, that video. I was like, wow. I was actually driving. I was like, damn, she really turned, flipped the account.
Yeah, and I do it so many times. It's crazy. I have so much of my work that I can show you. You'll just be blown away, honestly.
Yeah.
So I'm just going through the ebbs and flows of what the market brings me. And
Yeah.
I know I'm at that stage of where it's just psychology, it's just discipline, and
Yeah.
it's just truly just mastering one skill set. So that's where I'm at. I'm hoping and praying this is like my last little thing I need.
Yeah. That's how I was too. I was like, man, this is all I got. I have to put 4 hours on top of hours because I want this to happen for me. So
Definitely.
yeah. All right. So I introduced myself. Most people call me Murray. First name is Deontay. You guys call me Murray or call me D. It doesn't matter. I love the charts. Like I tell everybody else, I look at trading as art. Probably see me post it a few times on my page. Trading for me is like drawing. I used to love drawing when I was a kid. I like marking up the charts. It's beautiful to me without even counting the money. I really don't even care about the money, but it's beautiful for me. It's beautiful. And then to understand what's happening makes it that much beautiful, I guess. So, but for me, I understand like Q teaches everything that I'm not trying to step over his toes or anything. He teaches everything, but he teaches it on higher time frames, and he teaches it to a point where he's able to take a trade and his risk to reward, like his risk is much greater for us who are new traders. We can't experience 20K in drawdown like he can, before getting a reward. So what I'm doing today is I'm going to show you guys how to take the better risk to rewards. Nothing really changes. It's just making sure we're taking a better entry and with a better risk to reward than taking just a trade out of nowhere and then losing that trade. Then it's actually going in your direction. Yeah, so both of you guys, you said that you've been trading for 2 years now, so I'm pretty sure you know how to use the Fibonacci, know how to use lines, know market structure. We're still going to go over market structure as well. So,
I forgot to say, yeah, it was actually 2 years, not 3 years. My fault. Sorry about
2 years. That's fine.
2 years.
As long as you know what's going on, man. Sometimes we'll get new traders that have no clue of what's going on. So yeah. So usually how I start the meetings, usually it's just a one-on-one, but today we have two. Usually what I do is have the individual, y'all both can share. I want to see like how y'all trade. So what I do is allow y'all to share screens. Y'all can pick on who go first, but I just want to see how you trade a little bit. And then we'll go and allow the next person to trade. And then from there, I'll show you guys how I trade and what I look for. So which one?
I can go first, but my My PC be acting a little
You have
slow,
to get
so
ladies first, huh?
you're gonna have to. You're gonna no, yeah. She could go first if she wants to. If she doesn't, I mean,
It's
I'll go.
fine, nah, it's up to. I mean, we can just stay with you, man. You
All right, I bet,
motivated.
bet, I
So
bet. So
let me see if I can
let me share the screen.
try it now, and I just allowed it.
Let me see. Hold on. Let me see. Is it sharing?
Um, yes, it's in the process of loading. It's saying
All
that
right, cool.
okay.
So basically well, I've been trading AU and UJ, but I stepped away from that because I seen that US30 like the risk to reward is so sweet on US30. So
Yeah.
I just transitioned to that. And when I started trading US30, I started seeing a lot of wins more than losses. But my problem is I tend to have a bigger uh like say for instance, I want to have more 50 pip stop losses or 40 or 30 pip stop losses and
Mhm.
big rewards because uh, uh when I was like back testing, I've seen that those are possible. Like
Yeah.
the 30 pips and the 40 pip stop losses and like the 500 pip TPs, 400 pip TPs. So
Yeah.
I just been like going through that. So basically, um, let me just take these off. This is just some markups, but I'm gonna just take
How
these off.
often how often are you trading? Are you trading every day or is it like
Like to be honest, like I trade like the most trades I'll put in within a week is like probably 5 to 6 because I'm trying to get quality trades. I'm
okay?
not just and I'm mostly going off the 4 hour and daily time frame and then going down to like 30-minute transition phases. Like say for instance, we're in a bullish market, I would just wait for my price to hit a important area of value, whether it's support or resistance.
Yeah.
So once it gets to that area of value, I'll wait. I will go to a 15 to 30-minute time frame and wait for that time frame to transition. So once that time frame transitions,
Mm-hmm.
I will wait for a hammer candle or a bullish engulfing,
Yeah.
uh, and then I will ride it to my negative 27% and
That's
go from
that's
there.
that's a little bit of how I know you guys probably seen that 1 minute entry, but basically that's a little bit of how I trade that. But we'll talk about it later
Yeah,
more
definitely. I
about
definitely need to see like your headspace when you're doing that because it's so hard for me to get an M1 entry.
yeah.
I think I got it like one time, and
Yeah.
then after that, it
I
doesn't work out for
I
me.
ain't gonna I ain't gonna lie. That 1 minute entry. I mean, I'm gonna make it so simple once I explain everything. But like, if you do miss that opportunity of getting in at the perfect time, it's usually hard for it to even get back to that level because the time frame is so small. But
Yeah, so small.
yeah, so you got like at least like 4 to 5 minutes to get the perfect entry, and then after that, you just basically have to wait. Yeah, but we'll talk more about it. So if you don't mind, like I just want to see a trade or something that you
Yeah.
real
So
quick.
this is one of the trades that I actually caught. I have to like go down, take this off real quick. Give me a second. Uh, bear with my laptop. It's kind of slow.
All right, you're fine. You're fine.
Uh, I knew that I seen that we are so like basically I use all black candles because I know Q was like saying that black like we shouldn't trade with black candles, but
Yeah.
I'm not even trying to copy anybody, but I like how I could see structure with the black candles, like
Yeah.
not even trying to copy whatever
Mhm.
swaggy or whoever does what but I
Yeah.
see structure like so amazing with black candles. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna just go through a trade that I did.
Okay.
Uh, just bear with this laptop. It's so slow.
You're good, bro.
Come on.
You got a lot of lines on your chart.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
So so we knew that in this area, I was actually going to get a buy in this area right here because I was waiting for it to retest it and then go to a 30-minute for a transition phase, but it broke that and came back right here. So I'm gonna just put this right here. We had an H4. We know that the overall trend is bullish, daily bullish, H4 bullish, but we had a break in support. So I knew that once it made a higher low, not a higher low, sorry, a lower high, we had potential to go even lower. So what I did was go to a 30-minute time frame. Come on. I'm gonna just highlight the area that we was using so you could see it even more properly.
Okay. And we're talking about this rectangle area that you just drew up, right?
I'm gonna just eclipse it.
Okay.
Whole area. So that whole area right here on the H4, it broke right here, and I was just waiting for a transition phase on the 30-minute. So once we got that break on the H4, I went to the 30-minute to see if structure on that area was maintaining for me to even continue with that sell bias. So what I did was I took my fib from this area to this area. I'll make it black. Make it red so you can actually see it. I took my fib from that area to this area, and all I was just waiting for was I think this is the area I caught my 1-minute time frame entry on. But all I was just waiting for was price to start to show me downtrend structure before I could even enter into the trade. So I was in drawdown for a significant amount of time in that trade.
Okay. What lot sizes are you using on?
All right, so the lot sizes I use is if I could get a 20 pip stop loss, I will put a 0.50. And then if I have a 100 pip stop loss, I will put a 0.10. If I have a 50 pip stop loss, I'll put a 0.20. So basically, I'll be risking for the 0.10s, I'll be risking $1,000 per trade if I take a stop loss of 100 pips on US30. If I could get a 50 pip stop loss, I will put a 0.20, which I will be still risking $1,000. But if I could get a 200 pip TP, it will be potentially $4,000. And then if I could risk 20 pips, if I could get a entry on a 1-minute time frame for 20 pips, I'll risk 0.50. So I will still be risking $1,000. But if I have a 200 pip stop loss, I'll be making and I'll be making $10,000.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, so all right. Still trying to.
But you
it's so slow.
So basically, you saying you scale down to the 1 minute, and we are looking for sales, right? Based off the break on a 4-hour.
Yeah.
And now
so
you're
I'm still trying to get to the area, but this laptop, I told you, right?
Shit. Yeah. Is that the area? Is that it?
Yeah, I'm trying to scroll to the area, but the 1 minute have so much noise that it, come on. I don't think it goes back that far. So I'll just try it to go to the 5-minute.
That's fine. Honestly, like I said, you don't have to show me the trade that you actually took. I just wanted to get a feel for how you're looking for your setups. So basically what I got from it is that you're waiting for breaker structure on a 4-hour, and
Correct.
then you are entering on a retest. But once it's back in that area, you are scaling down to the 1 minute, right?
Yes.
And on the 1 minute, you are basically waiting for the trend to show you that it's a downtrend.
Downtrend, yeah. So basically a break of support, probably a retest of probably a break of support, a retest of that support, probably a bearish engulfing or hammer candle, get in, put the stops above the lower high, and then shit like that.
Okay. That's cool. So yeah, I mean that's good. What you're doing is perfect. So like I said, I'm gonna show you a little bit of how I look for it, and basically it's the same thing, but
I'm stop sharing. Sorry about that because this computer is really
I'm not
slow,
your
so I can't even show you what I want to show you.
brother. I had someone the other day, and it was even worse. I was literally on call for 4 hours.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. So we got you. You want to show us a little bit of
I'm gonna stop sharing.
yeah, how you show?
Sure. Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Did you give me access so I can?
Let me see if it should still be on. Yes, it's still on. If you want
Okay.
to.
Let me jump on real quick. I'm just trying to find. I just did a training. I'm sorry, guys.
You
I have
good?
a tax company too, and I do taxes and stuff. So sorry. Let me find. Okay. Okay. Let me get to my chart. All right. So I trade gold, GBP, JPY, GU, Bitcoin, and US30. I like NAS 100, USD CAD, and EJ as well. I've noticed that EJ kind of make a move after GJ, so I kind of can capitalize off some of the same type of movements because it kind of move delayed after GJ. So I kind of like that. So this is a setup that I actually have playing out right now on a 5-minute time frame. I'm just waiting on it to hit this PRZ level to take it for a buy, and I'm gonna shoot it up to the negative 61.8% on the 5, and it's on a 1-minute time frame. So I kind of trade a lot like you, Deontay. I just wanted to kind of go through what I be doing so you can kind of see I be messing up sometimes. Like I stay in trade. I don't really have drawdown. Like my drawdown is like nothing. As you can see, my stop loss is just basically the next level of where I'm thinking it's gonna pull back to. My stop loss is literally just the next level after that. And then my risk reward is literally like that, and it's be like this all the time. If I jump down and I'm gonna go fast, I kind of really just want you to get to your sauce.
Facts.
Right. So basically what I do, guys, is I'm gonna remove all of this. I'm gonna make it real fast, Deontay. It ain't gonna take long at all. So them dots right here are just my alerts that I'm waiting for price to come to those areas before I can make my move. So what I usually do is on the daily time frame, I'm just marking up the high and the low. And I don't honestly know if this is what Q does. I don't think he does. This is just what I do. I mark up the high and the low so I can have my support and resistance area based off the previous day's action. So I'm basically going to see if I need to clear the highs or the lows of the previous day. Basically based on market structure and how it's moving. So from here, I see a seller's exhaustion and different things like that. So this is making me feel like we have a point of reversal. I also see that if you're looking at market structure, this was the last swing high, and I feel like this is basically like on the bigger time frame scale, this is like the reversal to go back up. So that's what I noticed on the higher time frame. If I jump down to the 4-hour time frame, I can definitely see a lot of. If I'm moving too fast, I'm sorry. I'm just.
No, you good.
Okay, so I see that on the 4-hour time frame, we had sellers and buyers exhaustion on both ends. So I know that my trade is not really ready. It's not really set up yet because the candles are still indecisive, kind of like consolidation. So from there, I'll jump down to the 1-hour time frame to see where we at. Now, this is what I do. I don't know if this is what anybody else does, but I literally mark up the Asian session from the 1-hour time frame. And it's literally like the first little 8 candles, how I do it. And I like to see what London session is going to do. If it's going to swing it, take out the bottoms of Asia, or if it's going to swing it, take out the tops from the previous section. So I kind of trade liquidity a little bit, but not for real, just enough. So what I noticed on this is an inverted head and shoulders. I also see that a trend line has been broken and retested right here. It's broke. It broke right here, retested right here to create a new higher high. And that's why I feel like we're about to be in a buy position. And if you can see, I don't move my fibs, or I don't even touch fibs yet. I go down to the 15-minute time frame, and then that's where I do my fibs. And what I basically do on my fibs is just follow market structure. I see that a higher high has been created, a lower high has been created, another higher high has been created. This is my last swing, so that's basically what I draw my fib retracement on. Mm-hmm. So I go from that low to that high. Price is almost hitting my price reversal zone areas of where my interest of where I want to get in for a buy. Mm-hmm. And I do see a head and shoulders forming. So, but I see the trend as being an uptrend. So that's why I have my levels at these levels. Like my lowest level is down here somewhere. Okay. So from that point, I will make my entry between these levels. If price falls down to the 88.6, then I'm taking it to the negative 61.8. Yeah. I'm just waiting on confirmations.
And this is GU.
Yeah, this is GU. And then taking down to the 5-minute time frame, I still see the head and shoulders forming. I see a break of structure kind of happen right here. Another one, but I don't necessarily see a long-term sale. Truly, I just see it just dropping to fake people out, and then I'm looking for buys.
Okay.
That's how I trade.
Yeah, I like it. So you down
analysis.
Yeah, she analysis every time frame, basically she top down analysis from top to bottom, basically. I like it. I love to see it. I'm not, like I said, both of you, and like I tell everyone, everybody has a different trading style. Mm-hmm. Everybody would never be the same. It's a million ways to trade. Even my way is not always perfect. For me, I just look for a clean setup. I'm very patient. I know he said he take about 5 or 6 trades a week. I usually take 2 or 3. But the risk to reward is so great, which is what I'm gonna show you.
Okay, that's awesome.
So bring it on.
Problem.
Bring it in. Let's hear it, man.
I don't want to consider myself as a swing trader, but what I'm gonna show you is basically how a swing trader would trade.
You'll be bugging on the charts. I'm not gonna lie, you'll be bugging.
All right. So if you don't mind, I should just getting off the chart. Turning off.
Do I have to stop share?
Yeah.
Awesome.
All right. So now let me see if I can share mine. And let me stop. Can y'all see it? Can you see it?
Yeah.
Let me see. So this is what US30, right? Oh,
yeah.
A lot of people do trade on TradingView. I like to trade where I am placing my trades at, which is MetaTrader. I do need to get back on TradingView, which eventually I am, but because it's more clear and it's better, trying to see the market. But I do trade off MetaTrader as of right now. Same stuff. It's not really no big difference, right? All right. So how I trade, basically, like I said, I only look for 2 or 3 trades a week. I based everything off this 4-hour. And what I do, so if on MetaTrader, from this black line, right, to this black line is a week's worth of trading, and just candlesticks. Same thing for the H1. From this black line to this black line should be 24 hours, and if it's a 1 hour, 24 hours in it. So yeah, so what I do is go to the 4-hour, right?
Mm-hmm.
And what I like to use, which a lot of traders don't know about, I'm not sure. Have you guys used the line chart before?
Line chart. Oh yeah, I definitely heard of it, but no, I don't.
Yeah. So what I do, say for instance, we are. Let me see if I can zoom in. All right. So say for instance, right, this is the week before, right, that happened, and we are looking for a trade on this week, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what I do is this has already happened. So what I do is turn on the line chart, right? And you guys know about support and resistance, right? So what I do is look and see what happened the week before. As you see, we are clearly in a downtrend, right? This is clearly a downtrend, right? Is somebody calling? Hold on, wait a minute. Sorry about that. Somebody was calling. All right, so you see it's clearly a downtrend, right? Let me see. Sorry about that, my fault. So we see that on a 4 hour, right? It's clearly a downtrend. So what I like to do the week before, which is like on a Sunday, I like to point out my key areas. Hold on, do we lose somebody?
I think you just lost him.
Oh my goodness. Let me see, man. Someone, was it him? His device is restarting out of nowhere.
Oh, okay.
Well, I'm gonna keep going though, and then once you get back, I'll just cover it if you don't mind. Like, if you,
that's fine.
All right. So basically, I'm gonna keep going. So what I do is go from the week before, right? You see, it's clearly a downtrend. What I like to do is point out these key areas. So the market came all the way up here, right? And something in that area pushed it down, caused it to go all the way down here, but it stopped right here, right? And as you see, this would be considered a lower low, right? Right here.
Right.
So it pushed down, and then it came back up, and it stopped right there. But then it broke through this lower low, right?
Right.
Broke through, and as you see, it came right back to wherever it broke. So all I'm basically doing is putting my lines on my lower low, since it's a downtrend. What this does is help me point out those key areas of where the market had pushed the week before. So I really don't take trades until we get back into these areas. But I always mark up the week before, because if it pushed hard from somewhere the week before, obviously it got to come back to either retest or it's going to come back and push hard from that area again. And as you see, it already had, as you see from just the line chart, it already got back in those areas and pushed. But there's more I have to show you. Usually I try to get like at least 2 or 3 areas and mark them up. And this is off our 4 hour. Boom. So these are my markups from the week before. We clearly see it's a downtrend. I don't really need a trend line because I already have my key areas of where the market had pushed hard from. Market came down here, created a lower low, created a higher low, broke through this, pushed down, came back to retest it right here, right? And pushed down, breaking this lower low. Came back, it might have gave us a wick. We could turn back on the candlesticks. That week,
Definitely.
yeah, it was a weak little retracement, but it also just came back and just destroyed. That's probably like a 23 retracement level. Well, it was actually 38, but it didn't fully come back. So now we know that the market this week has to come back to this level, right? Hold on, here he is. He should be coming back. And he's joining. Come on, brother. All right, is he in? Bubba, are you in? Are you here? Can you hear me? Baba? This computer updated. Can you hear me? I want to make sure you can hear me, man. Bubba, can you hear us? Are you on this meeting? No. He's writing back. If you want, can you say something, bro? We can't hear you. Are you on mute or something? Okay, he's gonna join off his phone. I'm gonna wait because I really don't. Okay. I apologize. I'm not. I'm gonna wait on him, even though I really want to continue because I love talking about it.
Yeah. No, I actually love the way you just marked this up. Because I can see this so clear. I'm seeing the breaks of structure and the retest, the break of structure and the retest on a weekly time frame. So I
Yeah,
can definitely kind of see
yeah,
why you are wow. And then look, that last line here, right where the
yeah.
wow is at.
Easy, easy. As you see, and
Wow.
usually what I do is on the week before, and then as you see, it's clearly. Let me see. He's coming back. Hopefully, you can hear us this time. But as you see, it clearly went back to these same areas. Basically, these are the lower lows too that are getting broken.
Right.
Can you
It's
hear
kind
us?
of like it does the same stuff on each time frame.
Yeah, same thing. Can you hear us, brother?
Yeah, I'm here. Yo, sorry about that, son. This laptop.
You good,
Okay.
man. You good, brother. So I'm gonna start over just a little bit.
Sorry about that, man.
Now you good. We was going in depth. So what I do before I take a trade before like on a Sunday. So say for instance,
Okay.
this is our week before we were looking to take a trade here.
Yep.
This is the week before. So what I do is turn on the line chart, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I clearly see it's a downtrend. What I do is find the key areas of where the market made a change of direction. So the market pushed down here to there, basically,
Mm-hmm.
and pushed up. And as you know, in like a Fibonacci level, it's probably 38 or whatnot, or 50 or 61.8. And then it broke through this this lower low. You guys know about the higher lows and lower lows, right?
Yeah.
I'm just making sure, man. I had somebody who did the other day, and it was like I said, I was on there for 4 hours. All right, so once it broke through this lower low, it broke through something right here in this area, stopped it. So what I do, I put a line on it. Something in this area stopped it. I'm gonna put it on the first one because this was just the double bottom.
Mm-hmm.
And then once it pushed back up off that double bottom, where did it go? Came back to wherever it broke.
Back up
Came right back to, if you cut on a line chart, boom, clear as
perfectly.
day. Clear as day, right?
Yeah.
And then once it hit there, it came back and broke through this lower low. It stopped in this area, but I don't really consider this a major area because it gave us like a U shape. If it was a strong, powerful area, it would have gave us something like here, a tap and push. But it gave us a little, a little push up. So I'm gonna just mark it out, even though I know it's not really a strong area. And we broke through that and stopped at this bottom. So now I have 4 different levels that I'm looking to take a trade based off this week, right? What I like to do is just highlight it because it doesn't mean that it actually kind of come back in that direct area. But I just give it a little highlight, especially when I scale down to the 1 minute. So now I'm just highlighting these key areas. And what this does is like, it keep me from taking bad trades. Really, it keeps me disciplined, right? So now I know if we're not at a key level from the week before, I don't even want to take the trade because it's too much the market does. Like they really want to take your money. They can push it up, push it down. So I try to stay out of these zones in between, right?
Okay.
I stay out of these zones. I stay out of that zone. So I only want to take levels at this zone. And as you see, for this week that we're looking for a trade, you see something happen once it came back to this level. So what happened this week? So at the end of this week, we broke right back above this lower low, right? If you come on a line chart, we broke right back above it, right? If it was going to continue in a downtrend, it was supposed to come right back to that level.
And then continue to push down.
And continue to push down. But look where we got. It continued to push up, right? So for me, that's an indication that that downtrend is becoming weak, because now we are breaking above that last lower low.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And making a lower high.
As you see this candle.
High low.
Yep. It's starting to create a higher low. But for me, what I do, what I like to do is, so basically that's an indication, and we're at a key zone, right? This is a key. This is the lower low from the week before. We're looking to take a trade here, right? So what I like to do is pull out my fib, and how I use my fib is totally different from Q. Most people, when they use a fib, they would start from just, let's just say the top. They usually start from the top and they go down to this bottom, and they look for, 50%, 50 or 61.8 or 38. What I like to do is use my 100 level, put it on that first bearish going down, right? And what I like to do is put my 0 on that first opposite going on. This one don't count because that's basically still bearish candle. So I like to put my 0 on that first bearish going up. And now I only take trades inside this 50 or the 60 area. For me, it's just more accurate, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if I'm looking to going up, if I'm looking for an uptrend, which is just broke above this last lower low, I would start from that first bullish going up, and I will place my 0. I won't put it on this one, right? I have to see the opposite candle, which is this down.
Yeah, that's big.
And then what I do is place it on top of that first bearish going down. So now I got the bullish, I got my first bearish going down, and I only take trades inside my 50. I don't care about, I know Q talk about the 31, 38 point, whatever. I only take trades inside of this 50 or this 61.8 area, right? So somewhere inside of this area. And that's a lot. That's majority of why, I don't really experience drawdown, because if I'll draw my fibs, first of all, but I'll also wait. So this is not just it. Hold on, let me see. So now we know that this is our 50 level, right? I'm gonna make this one red.
Wait, sorry, can I ask a quick question?
Yeah.
Is this recorded?
Yes, it is.
Thank you, God. Cause I'm watching this shit like 50 times. All right, we can keep going. Sorry.
All right, that's cool. So now look. So now we have, this is just confluence, bro, right? So we have a break. If you turn on the line chart, we have a break of the last lower low, right? Breaking above. We have our first candlestick that's going bearish, right? So now we could put our 0 at the top of that bearish, right? Wick. We got our bullish going up. We got our bearish going down. And like I said, I only take trades at the 50, right? So I'm going to put a line at this 50 mark, right? Because we're going to scale down to the 1 minute, right? I only take trades at the 50. So if I just delete this fib, well, I ain't going to even try to delete. I'm going to just go to the 1 minute. Here it is right here. Boom. So now we know that these zone areas on a 1 minute are our key areas on a 4 hour, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you go directly from the 4 hour to the 1 minute?
Not sometimes I would go to the 5 minute. Basically, I don't take a trade until we get in our areas.
That's why.
Yeah, so that's why I draw up key areas from the 4 hour, because it keeps me from taking trades in here. Like, you see how if I was like, okay, market structure. So right here, you see we going down, right? And then we create a double bottom, right? And then we broke above that lower high. Most people would take trades and take a buy right here, which I used to make this mistake too. I take a buy looking that it's going to go to that next level, but look what happened. You feel me?
But if you know market structure, then you will know to stop right there if you did take that retracement trade.
Exactly. But what I'm trying to get to is, like, I don't take trades until we are getting inside those key areas on the 4 hour, right? So once we start to get in this area, now I'm starting to look for structure. instead of trying to take trades out here in no man's land and losing trades, I wait till we get back to these major key levels on that 4 hour. So once we got, and honestly, remember we drew up that fib. So this is, so I get on the chart around this time, right? I'm like, okay, I'm looking at this 4 hour. So now we are back near our zone, right? So now all I do is start to look for structure. What do we see once we are near this 4 hour? What do we see once we are near this 4 hour key area?
I see an
sell
inverted.
zone.
What was
You
it?
can keep going. A sell zone and a buy zone.
Yeah, we still see a clear downtrend, right?
Yeah.
So
and I see a break and a retest in an inverted head and shoulders.
Yeah, that's true. But like, yeah, this is my key zone. Like some people be like, okay, we had a key zone. Let me just take this buy, right? So they take the buy, looking for it to go up. And as you see, it's steady going down. This is US30, so that's 2,000 pips, coming back up. They would probably get happy, like, okay, now I'm starting to see profit. And then you see it shoots back down, right? This is why I scale down to the 1 minute, because if it's a clear, like you was talking about earlier, if it's clearly a sell, it's still selling off. Even though we are back in this key area at that 4 hour, like I still don't want to take a buy until I want to see break a structure. If I turn on my line chart, I can still see that it's a clear downtrend, right? Really, it's just creating higher lows and lower highs, lower highs, lower high, right? Now we are pushing below our major key level, and honestly, with that fib is basically like cheating. I'm not even really looking to take a trade until we get back to that fib 50% right here, right?
Oh, so you getting like perfect entry.
Perfect entries.
Oh, I love it.
But at the same time, like right here, this is not a 50. You feel me? On a 4 hour, this is still not a 50%.
Like a 30.2.
Yeah, this is not even. Yeah, this is like a 38.2. That's why I don't really take 38.2s. Don't get me wrong, it's good, but you're gonna experience drawdown.
Right.
I go down, and as you see, if you turn on the line chart, this is clearly still a downtrend. Even right here, it's still like downtrend. Still downtrend. So this is how I get the best entry.
So would you take the buy right there, or would you wait for the break and a retest on the next lower high that was formed?
Yeah, I'll wait for the break. So that just keeps me from. So now I know that this line right here in this area is our key blue area. We are already seeing a break of that last lower low. Remember, we seen that break of the last lower low on H4, right?
Yeah.
So now we know that that's an indication that we might get a retracement, and then we're gonna go up, right? So now that we're in that retracement, which is this area here, we pushed a little bit below it. If you turn on the candlestick, we pushed a little bit below it, right? And we clearly see that it's still a downtrend. So nothing right here is giving me indication to buy this market. Everything is still falling. And also, we already know that this black line is our 50 mark, basically, on that H4. You see it's right here. That fib on the H4, right? So I'm not even looking to take a trade until we get inside there, because I want the best risk to reward. So what I do is turn on a line chart on the M1, and I'm waiting for structure to get broke. So right now, same thing. So these lower lows are important, or you can either draw up the higher lows, because it's on an M1, it's on such a smaller time frame. Boom. So now, let me see. So what I do is draw up this trend line, and I draw up my key areas of lower lows and lower highs, and I wait for it to get broken. So right now we got a downtrend, clear downtrend, and then about, let's say this last lower high, right? This is the last lower high.
Yeah, lower high. Yeah, that's lower high.
Before
it got broken.
Now it got broken where? Right here, right? So that's an indication for me that the market is starting to reverse. That's all I need in order to get in this trade. But when it breaks, I still don't just get in. I pull out a fib. And from this fib, I start from the first that bullish going up
To the bearish, the opposite candle.
The opposite candle. most people would have been like, okay, from here, from here to there, because that's the two top, from the two top.
Yeah.
And they take the trade at the 38, which is like up here, or they take it at the 50 or the 61, and they still experiencing just a little bit of drawdown, from right here. What I do is wait for that first bearish. And I don't know why, bro. It just comes from like the studying and experience. Now I don't want to take a trade until we are getting inside my 50. I take the trade at the 50 every single time, especially when I'm on this 1 minute. I don't want to look for a trade until I am inside this 50 or 61.8. And look where it hit. 61.8 on the nose because I waited for the first bearish. So once it got there, and I would have took it at my 50, right? I would have took it anywhere inside of here. So if I took it at the 50, I'm only experiencing drawdown for, if I'm using a 0.1s, usually y'all see my page, I like to use 0.1s, 0.10s. Whatever.
Yeah.
I'm only experiencing $4 drawdown.
Lucky.
And and then look, like I said, these lower lows as it was going down, that's just more entry points. As it's getting broken, so if it was getting broken, I would have took another trade right here. Boom. Now I'm also in the money. But look, we just got comfortable. So look, we hit our 50 mark on a bigger time frame, right? Which is this red line, right?
Mm-hmm.
We had a key area on the 4-hour, right? All these are just going to be wicks, but we are in a key area. We scale down to the 1 minute. We got the market going, showing us, lower high, and now we getting a break above that last lower high, right? Broke above the last lower high. We was patient and waited for our first bearish to come down, show us a bearish candle. And when this bearish candle came down, we just got back in on this 50%.
I love it.
Okay. Nah, that's OD. I'm not gonna lie.
You said what?
That's OD. Nah,
and
that's
then,
OD.
but then look. This is where it gets even better. So we was patient with all this. We got a break of trend. We got a break of lower high, right? It broke above. We was patient. We waited on our first bearish going down. Took the trade at the 50%. Now we could put our stop loss right here, right? That's so. Now we're not even losing for this. This is why, like, I'm explaining, because like now you can trade with smaller accounts because now you have a game plan. You have a plan that you're sticking to. Now look, I'm only risking $63 to make what? We already know that this is a key area on the 4-hour, right? Where are we going? To the next key area. So I'm going to trade from here with a 0.10. That's $1,500 that I just made less than probably an hour.
I was just about to say, and it's the 1 minute, so that is definitely just an hour.
Yeah,
early as
I love it.
He's early as shit in the move.
Yeah, bro, early. All you do is it's market structure on a smaller time frame, but you're using the H4 key areas. You feel me?
Key areas, yeah. Oh my god, that's OD. I'm not gonna lie.
And instead of, I'm glad y'all know like how to trade. Like, and instead of and why? Let me show you like why the key areas on a 4-hour is so important. Like break and retests are so important because for myself, let me see. I used to do stuff like this. Hold on. I used to do stuff like this. So we see, if we turn on the line chart, we see it push down, pushed up, right? Create a lower high. And then it broke through right here, right? What I used to do is say, okay, we just broke through. Okay. And like me not being an experienced trader, I'd be like, okay, we broke through, we got a little wick going up. Okay, let me sell it. So I sell, right? Be in profit a little bit, but then look what happened. Shot right back up, right?
Mm-hmm.
Boom. So I'm like, okay, we going up to retest that line where we broke, right here, right? So I get in the buy. Look what happened. Shot back down on me, right?
Yeah.
Lost twice. I'm like, all right, we really in a downtrend. This is just a lower high, another lower high, right? So I catch it like at the end to make sure it breaks this low. So I take a sell right here. Look what happened. Shot back up. I lost all those, and then look at this indecisive. So it would have been up and down again. This is what the banks want you to do. They want you to take trades at these 9 key levels instead of just being patient and waiting for it to come back and retest. So when this week happened, I'm not taking trades up in this area. Like right here, I'm not taking trades in these areas. I'm taking trades at my key areas. It took a whole, was this 4, 8, 4, 8, 12, 16.
A day and a half almost.
Exactly, for this move to happen, but I'm patient because I know from the line chart, it just broke through here.
The line chart is different.
The line chart does not, it does not lie, but you have to sometimes, like stuff like this, right? Yeah. Sometimes you have to be careful because you can get wicks. Like you see, we came back to that major key level, right? Because look, if you look at it, we broke through them lower lows, right? That double lower low. And we broke through. Did we ever get a retest? Did we ever get a retest right here? No.
No.
Retest is right here? No. We got our first retest right here, right? But but we already know that sometimes you would get wicks. Look at this long wick. That's a lot of pips. So what I do, this is a lot of pips. So what I do is, that's why I scale down to 1 minute. Let me highlight it.
In the time frame. Yeah, highlight it because you will get lost if you don't highlight it.
Yeah. So what I do is scroll down to a lower time for you. Like instead of just taking a trade in those areas, I go to the 1 minute and look for structure. Yeah, we back in the area, but do I just say, okay, F it, let me sell it, boom. Yeah, no. But I'm in a small account. So if I take a sale just out of nowhere, like take a sale, I'm still experiencing drawdown, which is if I'm using a 0.10, that's $500, $400 that I'm losing.
$400, yeah.
Why not? Right. Why not scale down to the 1 minute, right?
Yo. Oh my God.
I highlighted the orange, I think. So now we know that this is our key level, right? Which we are looking to sell it. And if you if you use that fib, which I was using at first, it'd be like a 20. This is like a 27 retracement. But like once we got back to these levels, what do we see? We still see a clear uptrend. Like nothing is really giving us any selling pressure, bro. Like this is still up, going up.
Yeah, until start breaking that trend line and breaking structure of supports.
Exactly. So look, push hard off the trend lines going all the way up here. And then this is basically an overall retracement for this whole big movement. Yeah, you see the little line. This is a 1 minute, really don't matter. Like you see this overall move, and then it came back and retest, broke through this higher high, right? If it broke through the higher high, why am I even looking to sell? Like I'm not really looking to sell until it break through this last low of this first higher low, if anything. But it pushed above, broke through this higher high, and now that it's making moves up top, right? In my head, this is a 1 minute, so I'm already thinking, this is finna be a wick because we already had it.
Yeah.
Right? So what I do is zoom in, like I'm just patient, bro. Like basically, just come down to patient and getting the best entry. So turn back on line chart. We still see, look, what is going on? Like
still an uptrend.
It's still an
uptrend. There's no brace of support.
Yeah, right. These higher highs are getting broken. So why am I even looking to take a trade? Why am I looking to sell this market when it just broke through this higher high? It came back down, came back up, broke through this higher high. Why am I even looking to sell a trade? Even though we're at a key level, don't get me wrong, but nothing is giving me
like any type of
indication to sell the market.
Yeah, shit is screaming yo buy till it even not even buy, but be patient.
Yeah, it's screaming be patient, bro. Even though we are at a key level, but why not just be patient? Our trend line, all right, let's just mark it up. Like let's try to connect the dots. Usually, Q says
point A, point B.
Yeah, you need to have at least two. So I'm gonna count this one and this one right here, right? I'm not even really looking to take a trade until we even break our trend line, right?
Right.
So if it's up here, I'm not guessing no more. I'm waiting and being patient. So we started to get a break, I would say right here, right?
Yep.
This long bearish, because look, it broke through this last lower low. So now that would be my first indication to actually sell the market. Let me see. But do I just sell it? No, I wait on that retracement. So like I said, I like to put my fib from the first bearish going down because I'm looking to sell. This one I wouldn't even count, bro. I mean, you can count it, but I wouldn't even count it. I would just put it somewhere
on that week. Okay, yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
like this
okay.
wick here, yeah.
And you getting in on the 50, not like the 88s or the 78s.
I don't even have the 78s or 50s on my chart because I am on at such a small time frame using a fib that's only a couple pips. So right now, this one could have, it depends on how I'm feeling. You could have used this and got in at the 50, but I prefer to use this because this is still just a downtrend.
Wait, what is your stop loss? Like, would your stop loss, would you put it below the last lower high or the negative 110?
Bro, we are on such a small time frame, right? So say for instance, I'm not taking my trade. So I got my first going down, and then I got my this is not really a bearish candle. That's still a selling bearish. I mean, this is not a bullish candle. That's still a bearish candle. So I'm putting my 100 mark right here. I'm taking a trade at the 50, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let me highlight it, make it bigger. And we already at a key zone. We already at a key area, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm taking my trade right here at this red line, even though if I'm on like if I got 6,000 in my account, I'm willing to risk, at least $1,000, bro. For me, I'm taking my risk. Even I'm the lowest I'm willing to risk is at least $500, right?
Yeah, definitely $500.
So right now, if we take the trade at the 50, which is this red line, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we're willing to let's just say $500, right? If we're using 0.10s, because I use 0.10s.
That's 50 pips, right?
Let me see. Hold on, let me move this out the way.
10. Yeah, that's definitely 50 pips.
So so that'll be 5,000 pips on US30. So if I take the trade right here, I need to have at least 5,000 pips.
You can even risk less.
That's
like look at that shit.
That's the point.
That's what I was about to say. I can't do that.
Look at it like.
Look at this, bro.
Risk less. That's the 50,
look at
right?
this. So
like,
50. So if I'm using a 0.10, basically if you just take out the last 4 digits. So right now I'm rolling the risk $506, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's just above this 400. So my stop loss is right here, right?
Safe as fuck.
Safe as hell, bro. And we're on US30. Why be greedy? So I'm using a 0.10 right here. And for me, like it depends on what I got in my account. I can use 2.10s, right? Which is just doubling my amount. And we already dropped for $800, $900, $1,000, probably close to $1,000, and made $1,000 less than an hour or so.
Oh man.
This is exactly what Q is doing, but his account is so big, he's just doing it on a bigger time frame. He's starting
time frame,
the monthly, weekly, daily, and then he's basing it off like his entries are on a 30-minute and 15 because his account is bigger. But what I'm showing you is basing it off the 4-hour going down to the 1 minute. Because his entry, he say he willing to risk $20,000.
$20,000.
Why? Because his account is huge. We willing to risk $500 to $1,000 because we are in a smaller time frame. You feel me?
Yeah.
But look at this. What drawdown? I mean, what serious draw? I mean, so look at this. What serious drawdown? If we enter on this red line, we went and experienced $45, $47, right? All because we had so much confluence. We back in the key area, right? Nothing really told us to sell this market. We are steady pushing up. Right? We steady pushing up. We get a break of trend line happening right here. So what do? We pull out our fibs, right? Mm-hmm. Pull out our fibs. And like I said, I like to put it from the top or that bullish bearish going down. And I wait.
Bullish candle.
Yep, wait for my bullish going up. And now I know that I'm safe to take a trade. Most of the time, once it hit that 50, it's gone. But since you're on a smaller time frame, we already willing to risk at least $200 to $500. I'm still gonna take this trade right here every single time.
I don't know. That's tough.
Now I'm down $50. You know, that ain't nothing. If I got a couple thousand in my account, even if I had 500 in my account, $50 is still nothing.
Yeah.
But then look at the reward though. Still, I mean, it pulled back right here, but look, we took it at this red line. Even if I would just took it anywhere, like in this area, just look at structure, making lower highs, lower high. These lower highs just take the trade. It really didn't even come back. It came back right there, but like, look at the reward for $1,400.
How would you have maintained this trade though?
What you mean, like as far as like maintain?
All right, so like
because look, we know that these are our key areas, right? From the 4 hour. If it breaks, which it broke right here, right? We know that it's gonna come here. It might give us some weeks, but it has to come back and retest it. Yeah, it looked like small. I mean, it got retested right here as it broke right here. Got small retracements on a 1 minute, but we know on the 4 hour it has to come back and at least give us a wick to touch it. So I would have I don't even have to maintain it, bro. If I take this trade, I'm looking for it. And then if I am just watching it, why not just take $1,000 out?
Yeah.
Why be greedy sometimes, bro? Why sit behind? And this is the mistake. I used to watch the charts 24/7, bro. Just watching the charts. Why be greedy? If I'm using a 0.10, got a great entry, and then like I put a 0.10 4 or 5 times because now I know that my risk to reward. So instead of gaining $1,000, I'm gaining $4,000 in less than an hour or so.
No, that's fucking crazy.
And then you see it pushed back up, but then it went all the way down for 1,500 pips. Why be greedy? Who's making $1,500? Who's making $1,500 a day?
Not a lot of people.
Was. You feel me? Like, come on, bro. That's if somebody would have showed me when I first got to trading, bro, I would have took advantage. But like, it took for me to experience this and lose so much money before.
Tell me about it.
1,500 pips. And it's all based off our H4 line chart.
Key levels.
Easy.
Right. That was kind of crazy. I'm not gonna lie. That was like some sauce.
Let me see. But it keeps happening, bro, over and over. And if you go like, I don't know. Let me see. Another thing that I want to show y'all is this structure too, because I had someone yesterday morning, and he's asking like, how did you know it was a downtrend that was going to happen on the daily? Because he was like, bro, he was honestly confusing me at first, but he was like, it's pushing up right here, bro. He was looking for a steeper retracement, so his fib was like something like this.
And it's like a 23 retracement.
Yeah, I was considered, this is a 23. So what I was telling him is turn on the line charts, bro. Turn on the line chart.
Right there, boom.
These are major areas. He kept saying, like, how would you take? So this is what it is. So he's like, this is a lower high, consider a lower high, right? And he was like, we broke through it right here. I was like, is that really a break or is that really a retest?
Tested area, to be honest.
Yeah, it's definitely a retest of the previous.
A retest.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's what I kept trying to get him to understand. He's like, but bro, don't get me wrong, he's trying to learn like structure.
Yeah.
But he kept like saying, but bro, look, it broke right here. That's not considered a break. That's just the retest, right? It came down and then it pushed right back up. And for me, if I'm basing stuff off the daily line, once we start to break these higher highs, because listen, if we are in an uptrend and a higher high gets broken, most likely whenever it breaks, it's going to continue to push higher up. Yeah. So he was like, how did you take the trade? I took the trade because it broke the higher high, came back, gave us a wicks. And if you're looking at structure, and this is the 23, I think Q talks about it. Don't take trades at the 23 because it's just a continuation.
Basically a speed bump.
Yeah. So honestly, what I like, if you like, I like to do that first push. This one don't count because it's just out there in the middle of nowhere. I need a full candlestick going down. This is close enough. This is close enough to my 23. So once this once this is this confluence, like once this start to break right above this higher high, if you cut on the line chart, once it start to break above this last higher high, I'm already looking to take a trade. Broke above on this candlestick, came back, retest this 100 level, and I'm taking, and this is on a daily, so this is a lot of pips. Look how many pips that is. But eventually, I know that the market is going to fall, right? Because it came to the 23. Usually when it comes to the 23 and it push out the 23, it's a continuation of this one big move, right?
Right.
So this is just one big move. And then eventually all I want to see is start to see some, I need to start seeing, because he was asking me like, how did I catch that trade last week? I was like, I need to start seeing structure getting broke, right? This is a higher low, right? We got another higher low right here. Higher low right here in this area. Let me highlight them too. I don't want to confuse them. This is doing markups on a daily, which it takes a little longer, but why not be patient and catch the big moves instead of trying to catch trades every day?
Mm-hmm.
So now look, and what I'm gonna do is mark. So we got the higher lows marked off, and now I'm gonna put my lines on the higher highs, right?
Yeah, that's all I was just about to ask.
So higher low broke through, that higher high broke through, created a new higher high. Pushed down a little bit, came through, broke that higher high, right? Boom. Went up, created higher high, came through, and this is on a daily, so it really doesn't matter. But look, we broke through that higher high, right? He was like, how did you catch the sell? How did I? Because the market came back and broke through that higher high, right? To me, that's an indication that this uptrend, this uptrend is becoming weak.
Mm-hmm.
Depleting.
How, if this was to continue to be an uptrend, right? And it broke through this higher high, it was supposed to come back to that higher high.
And then go back.
Fly right back up.
Fly right back up. But look what happened. Sellers stepped in the market and broke through that higher high and that higher low. I mean that higher low.
Yeah,
right? So to me, that's an indication that this market is this uptrend is starting to become weak. So now I'm looking at, I'm like, man, okay, let me, pull out my fib. And since this is a daily, you can start from the top. The daily is kind of confusing. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's still accurate from just starting from like the top of here. But look, I got confluence now, bro. You feel me? We got
I hope no one.
We got a break. What was that?
I said, I hope no one's trying to use your strategy on a daily.
Nah, I mean,
it can work though.
It still can work, but but as far as like scaling down for a good entry, I was still even if I'm using daily, I'm still scaling down to the 1 minute.
Yeah.
But all of it is just structure. Look, we came right below this higher high and higher low. So now that's an indication. I'm not just, and this is where a lot of traders mess up, bro. They take the sell as soon as we start to break.
Right.
We sell, and now they're back in drawdown, losing 17. Q used 1.0s. He's down $17,000. Why do that? You already know whenever something get broken, which it broke right here, it has to come back and retest.
In that area, right?
And look at this. This is nothing. That's why I'm so patient, because for me to draw my fib, I usually start, at the top of this first bearish going down. I have to see at least one retracement level. Yeah, because I don't want to get caught in here. Like most traders, they see all the selling person, they're like, okay, it's just going to continue, and they sell it. No, we want to sell at that retest level right here.
Yeah.
This is daily. Like I said, the wicks on dailies are really candlesticks on a 4 hour and beyond. So I'm gonna start from the top. So I got my first going opposite, and look what happened, bro. Like this is easy trading at this point. We got to break a structure. We got to break a trend line, right? We got to break a structure right here, break up the higher high and the higher low. Now we got our first bearish going up. I mean, bullets going up.
Mm-hmm.
And we don't take trades. We don't take trades until we are what? Inside of
at 50% at
50%.
Our key level.
Yep. Key level. And then once we are inside the 50%, what do we do?
Scale down to a 1 minute time frame and then
look for structure.
Look for structure, yeah.
If you go back to my page, bro, I took this trade and I think Q was like, he commented on it twice. He was like, God damn, like that entry. Yeah. He took the same trade, but he took it like at here. He took it like at the 38. I seen it later on. He had posted it, but like, bro, he's like, God damn, like, how did you get the trades like that? That entry is A1 because it's simple at this point. Like you see, we got a break of a trend line, we got break of that higher high, and now we are patient. We have to see this bullish going back up. We don't want to take trades because if I take a trade right here, thinking that it's going to continue to go down, everything, wherever something is broken, it has to go back and retrace. Mm-hmm. So I have to wait to see this bullish going back up. And you see, this is on a daily chart. So it came back up, got in my area. I would have scaled down to my 1 minute, and you know the 1 minute your entries are super tight at the top of this wick. And now I'm taking it back here for 50,000 pips, right?
And how much is that monetarily wise? 50,000.
If I'm using a 0.10, right? That's 5,400 and $5,400 right now, or $9, $5,409. But all it is the same thing. So all it is structure. So remember we was on our 1 minute, right? Remember we was looking for a sell based off a 4-hour entry, right? Mm-hmm. Market was pushing up and we knew not to take a sell because structure wasn't broken. And then you remember when structure was broken on this line chart, remember it had broke our trend line, broke through our last higher high. Now we pulled out our fibs. And now we don't take a trade until we get back into our 50 and 61.8. That's how we get a good entry.
If you were scaling in, what would be your second entry? Would it be that second break and retest right here?
Right here?
Oh, that'll be your second entry right there.
I mean, no, I'm asking, like, are you asking me, like, would that be my second entry?
No, I was thinking more of that break of that second weekly line.
Oh, this one? Yeah. So once this start, like, it's the same thing. So now that I know, so once this is broken, like right here, you see how this is broken right here? I say, okay, now I know this trend has changed. And this is on a daily. So I would be like, okay, we just broke through here, right? Same stuff. I have, so now I know this, that's the high, that's the lower high. I know we are starting from here. And where do I put my candlestick?
At the opposite bullish, valid bullish candle.
Boom. And like I said, on the 1 hour, you can use these wicks. So like you use the top and bottom on a daily. Sorry, I said 1 hour. Boom. So now we have a break of structure. If you turn on the line chart, it help you clearly see it. So it broke right here, right? It's going to continue to push down, but look, what do we need to see before we can get in on a sell? We need to see what?
Oh, sorry. Say it again.
Like we broke through this lower low, right?
Yeah.
We don't just want to jump in and sell, right?
Oh, hell no. We need to be at.
We need to see what before we can take a
retest.
We need to see
a retracement to our key level.
Yeah, but what are we specifically looking for? We are looking for a bullish candle going up. Yeah. So now, like, look, we have a. Let me. I want to make sure we're on the same page. So once this move had happened, it pushed down, came back up, created a lower high, and then it broke through that lower low, right?
Yeah.
So when it's breaking through that lower low, do we just take the sell?
Oh, hell no.
What do we wait on?
We wait on the opposite candle, which is the bullish candle.
Yeah.
And trace back to our key level.
Yeah. So we not taking those. I mean, don't get me wrong. You can take, but like, why do all that? Like, usually when it breaks, this one, like these couple candlesticks, doesn't really count. Wait on the true retracement, which it'll be like a few candles. After you break, like I said, after you break these higher highs, the market's supposed to push hard as hell and take off. You feel me? We didn't really get that right here. It broke, but then it gave us an indecisive candle playing around at that level. You see how it went down and then it came back up and gave us an indecisive candle. Came back again and then it pushed down. I still wouldn't even consider that a retest. Because if it broke through, it was supposed to go all the way down here and then come back and retest and then go all the way back. So I would have been waiting. I would have patiently, and like I said, I'll wait for the opposite candle. So all this happened, and right here I would have been like, okay, now we're starting to get, the opposite candle a little bit. So boom. Even if I would have used this one, even though I wouldn't have used that one, I still would have said, okay, I'm not taking a trade until we come back inside of our 50 or 61.8 area. Did we ever come back in those areas? No, until when? Right here. Right?
It slapped it perfectly.
Slapped it. And then even this one, like you see how I created another bullish going up, right?
Yeah.
Even if I use that and pull it down, where did it go? 61.8. If you draw it up, that's clear. It's basically back in our 61.8 area. But even then, we were scaling down to smaller time frames to get that good entry.
So could you scale down to the M1 and do how would you have did this area?
Let me see.
To like slap an entry.
I took this let me see. So right now, this is what we see. We got our top bottom, and now we are looking for a sell inside our 50 or our 61.8. So inside this blue area, right?
Yeah.
I took this sell. We already know, like, our daily candles. We already know that our daily candle are going to give us a long wicks, right?
Yeah.
So we're not even looking to take a sell until we are inside this 50 mark, right?
Yeah, the blue area.
So cut on the line chart. What is going on? We clearly see a uptrend, right? We start to see an uptrend. Or if you zoom back out, you could probably start from the bottom of it. And all you need is two. I wouldn't even count this bottom one because that's a spike out just to get it to stop everybody, stop loss whoever enter right here. So I connected to this first higher low, right? So boom. So we started from the bottom, higher low. Why would I, even though we were inside our key area, why am I even looking to take a sell up inside of here, right?
So you're definitely not looking to take a sell because first of all, you're gonna have a break of support, and we still in our buy zone.
Yeah, we are still
break our trend line.
Yeah,
like there's no reason.
Exactly. So, but like we're still inside our trend line, right? I don't even want to take a sell until we like start to break, like something like right here, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Hold on.
For sure.
So now we are starting to break our trend line right here, right? And
yeah,
whenever
like
we
that, that first break.
Yeah. And even if you turn on line chart again, you start to see, because this is still pushing up. Now, this is like our true first. Let me see if this is like our true first indication that this trend is starting to change, right? Because it broke below that lower high, and we're in our key area. And you see why Q used the 66 point moving average, you feel me, on simple time. Like you can see it's clearly breaking below our 66 moving average, right? But for me, like using the strategy that I use, we're starting to break this trend line right here, right? So what do we do?
A bad opposite bullish candle.
Boom.
Yeah.
So now all these bullish, you feel me? I would say something like this. This is something that I'm learning myself too. I have to at least see two bullish going the opposite way. You see how I gave us a bullish candle, but then it fell. Seeing it gave us a bullish candle, then it fell again. I need to see at least two of them. I need another push for a retracement. We broke right here, so that I won't even use any of these, right? Because we were still above that trend line anyway, right? But once we start to break, and I start to see this like double bottom, I'm pulling out my fib and putting it down here, and I'm putting this one on top. That first bullish bearish going down. Where are we taking a sell?
50 or 61.8.
You said what?
Yo, this
it's the same. It's the same shit, bro. Like nothing changes. And like I was just showing you on the daily, it's the same thing on the 1 minute.
Bro, that's like a.
So now I'm taking, like I say, I always enter on the 50, so I just won't miss the trade because sometimes it would go and kiss the 50. But look at this. What drawdown are we in?
Oh, it's like
$75. Who's not willing?
Damn.
And then, like I said, I'm willing to risk at least $1,000, bro. If I have 6,000-7,000 on my account, let's see. If we enter right here, right, I'm gonna say 500 at least. Right there is about $500 that I'm willing to risk. What drawdown are we in? we was in drawdown $75 on US30 using a 0.10, and this is $5,000. You feel me? We only risk $75. Who doesn't love that? That's what all traders want to see, right? And what's crazy is I woke up that morning and missed this setup, and if you go to my page, I got in somewhere like right here because the market had closed super early, and I forgot to move in the holiday. Yeah, so I got in like this. I got in at this lower high. Lower high. We experienced a little bit of drawdown, but it wasn't much because I was still using the same little retrace, using the same strategy, looking at for the 50% retracement, pull down. So I was already in the money right here. And the boys that I was on, the boys that I had gave Zoom calls to last week, all them asking like, bro, why are you selling the market? It's gonna push up. I was like, bro, just get in on a sale. Just get in on a sale. And look what happened. Melted, bro. Melted. If this is how QB having those $1,000, $100,000 days, because look, if he would have just put a one standard lot, which is count as big enough, look how far it fell down. 96,000 pips.
That's crazy.
Bro would have put a 2 standard lot on that, bro. So now he's making a $200,000 day. But all he does is same stuff. What I'm showing you now, he's doing it on a smaller time. He's doing it on a 1530 because his account is big enough. Like it's the same stuff, bro.
If he seen this setup and went crazy, he probably would have made like a mill.
Dude, remember he screenshotted it and put it on the chat. It was like, I missed it. He probably would have made another $200,000 day. Because he probably would have put a 2 standard lot on there twice, which is what he like to do. So it dropped 96 pips, bro. He probably would have made probably $400,000.
Question for you.
Yeah.
Are you trading just New York session in alerts?
Yeah. So that's another thing that I had to experience, bro. Like I only take trades now after 6:30 a.m. I avoid the noise. I trade New York session now because really basically all I trade is US30 and sometimes gold. But I don't trade until I wake up at like 6:30 or 7 o'clock. Basically, and on my chart, 1400 the time zone. Like when it says 1400 the time at the bottom, that's when I'm on the charts. That's why I took that late entry. You feel me, on that sale? It was somewhere around here because I seen all this falling, and this is just a retracement.
Right.
And that's how I took that sale. And the market had closed on me so fast. I'm like, what the hell going on? Because I didn't take the sale until here. You feel me? But I try to. It depends on what I see the day before. Honestly, if I see that we're getting to a key area, I will wake up at like at least 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, or 6 o'clock if anything. But on a normal day, I try to just wake up around 6:45ish, and usually, that's when my girlfriend, she wakes up to go to work, so I'm getting up with her.
You Eastern Standard Time, right?
Eastern, yep.
Okay, so that's like I think you an hour above me, so I should be looking at the charts around like 5 something in the morning. In other words,
where you at?
Dallas, Texas. So my time is Central Standard Time.
Yeah, and Central. I thought Dallas was like 2 hours behind us.
Well, I was just going off what you had Eastern Time for 8 today. So right now it's like, I don't know what time it is.
7:30, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so y'all 2 hours behind. So yeah, if I'm trading at 7 o'clock, you have to be on charts to like 5.
5.
Yeah.
But that's just to get that super tip top.
Yeah, good entry.
Mm-hmm.
And another thing is, don't get me wrong, I'm not always trading at 7 o'clock because I know the market. That's what I have. I have another guy that I'm like coaching and helping. I told him, don't even trade this week. I want you to wake up at 7 o'clock and watch US30 from 7 o'clock to 10 o'clock and see what happens. Every day at 9:30, the market does spikes in some direction.
Yeah, it did some bullshit, man. Like some crazy wicked shit. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
I've been noticing that.
But it's not really bullshit when you scale all the way down to a smaller time frame.
Yeah,
because you start to really see what's going on. Like, let me see.
They do a market change, like it's about to be a new session, so it's gonna change the direction.
So yeah, so like right here, so 1600 this is 9 o'clock, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't even let me see. I'm just marking up. I haven't even back test and see if this is even a key area, but I'm just pointing out. So
yeah.
So 1630. So that'd be 1630 right here. Boom. That's 9 o'clock, right?
Okay.
What like I have him. I told him I want to see you scale down and see what's going on. What is going on before 1630? What are we seeing?
A sale.
Sales.
Downtrend, yeah.
Downtrend.
Even if you make your market, yep.
Boom.
Yep.
Do that first spike, that's news, probably that spike.
Yeah. But like if you pay attention to what's going on before and you clearly see a downtrend, like what is telling you to buy this market?
Yeah, nothing at all.
Nothing is telling you to buy this market until you at least break this trend line. And then, or like I say, bro, look at the higher lows or lower lows because it's a downtrend. It came down, created a higher low, broke through, right?
Mm-hmm.
Did we ever get a retest? We really didn't get a retest right here, right? Boom. Retested, came through, broke through. I don't even know if I would consider it even a break, but it broke through, right? Gave us all these. I caught this trade. I caught this trade because this is a key. This is a key area off the This is a H4. Key area off the H4, bro. You remember how I went and turned on a line chart on H4 and highlighted it? That area is like all this right here. I can go back and show y'all, but if I zoom out, it's gonna be tough trying to come all the way back here. That area is like somewhere right here. I caught this trade last week. You can go back too. It's on my page. So what happened? I knew that this was a key area, right? And I clearly see, like I just said, we clearly see a downtrend, right? I didn't want to take a trade until we start to break some of these lower, until we start to break these lower low areas. When did we break these lower low areas? We broke that last higher low right here. Boom. We broke through that, right?
Yeah.
But I was already in the trade down here.
Yo, so it was just straight off knowledge.
Yeah, it was just knowledge because why? I started to see long
The
wicks.
seller's exemption.
Started to see, and then my second entry.
It's like probably right there after retest.
Yeah. So right now we got lower low right here. We broke that lower low, right? So now I know that we gotta wait on the two opposite candles.
You wasn't fibbing it from the wick, right?
Yeah. So this was the first bullish going up, right?
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. Okay, cool.
And then like I said, I gotta have that opposite
bearish candle
bearish candle. Bullish. Yep. So I didn't but just off knowing because we was already in a downtrend, but we was at a key. I was looking for a buy based off the 4 hour key area, right?
Yeah.
So I was already in the trade right here. But then I ain't gonna lie, I got a little nervous because I drew my fib, right? Got my bullets going up and I got my first bearish going down. And we know we don't want to take a trade until we get back to the what?
The 50 or 61.8.
Yeah.
Man, that was perfect.
I started to get nervous though, bro, because look how we pushed right back into this trend line. I took the trade at this 50, so I'm experiencing drawdown.
Nah, that just had to be I trust my trade type of
exactly
trade. No funny shit.
Exactly, because look, we came right below this trend line. Yeah, it popped out. You feel me? But then I took it at this 50, but look at all these spikes going up and down because we know at 9 o'clock, the market, it's like from 9 to 9:45 or 10 o'clock. It does all this crazy spikes. So I'm like, in my head, I'm like, bro, this market is going crazy right now. But I'm in a trade at this 50. So you see all these, look at this. It was going down, it was going up, went down, went up, went down, went up, went down again. I'm like, oh shoot, it's gonna come down. And my stop loss was so tight, bro, because I was already in the trade. And if I take a trade right here, now I'm dinner like at a break-even spot because now we were pushing down. So, but then eventually, look, it popped up. And that's like
woof.
Yeah, like when you're talking about trusting your analysis, and bro, it pushed hard as hell. The next, what's the name was like somewhere up in here in this area. Like the next key area from the H4 was like somewhere up in here. So it was a winning trade. I had got out once it got back to this key area.
Okay, so that's what I was just about to ask you. So you held the trade from this level to the key level up there, or did you just take it to the negative 61?
I held it until it got to this key level on H4. It's on my page. I think it was like a $4,000 or $5,000 like trade because I took multiple entries. I took a trade right here. Then once it pushed up, I started taking more trades. I started moving my fibs.
Cheat code.
Yeah, basically I started using my fibs. I forgot how I did it, but it's on the page though. It's like something like right here. I use it from here and use it here and took it again.
Right on the 50.
Yeah.
Right on 50. On the 61.8. Okay. So that'd be like your next scaling.
That was wicked.
So you adjust your fibs to get your next entry.
Entry.
You remember?
Yo, oh my God.
That's the fibs. Wicked. Yeah. So like this is our first higher low. And then it pushed it and broke through that higher high, right? I mean, it didn't really break because this higher high was all the way up there. But after so long, you just gotta have that confidence. Like this is a small downtrend because it pushed down, created a higher low, pushed down, created a higher low, broke, came back and really retraced to that 50 and 61.
Yeah, but even though it didn't break the highs, it wasn't breaking the lows, and we knew already that it already broke for our confirmation. So that's just like, yeah.
And then look, this trend line, right? This trend line was something too because it broke again. Remember, it broke right here, came back, it broke again. Now I know if it come back and touch this trend line. So that was another confirmation for me to take the trade.
Yeah, that trend line, that's like confluence right there.
Yep,
yeah, definitely. That would have actually been like my first entry I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
But I love the
funny
fact
shit.
that you catch me at that lower high. That's lit.
Yeah,
I
bro.
would have probably. Yeah, definitely.
Let me see.
Whew. Sheesh.
But let me see. It was somewhere. Let me trade. Like sometimes trading is not even hard, bro. It's just about being patient. Because look, the only reason I took this trade is, let me see if I go to the 4 hour. So these blue dots are where I took the trade, and it was based off of, where was it? Shoot, I didn't lost it. I want to say here. Yeah, I don't even know. Let me see if I can scroll back down to.
Launch back on.
Yeah, here it is, bro. So here it is again. So, yep, this is the buy I took. So this is the key area, right? Off the 4 hour. Right here, right? This is where I took that entry, right? Took one right here. Remember it pushed up, spike above that trend line, and I got in right here. It was because of what I seen here on the 4 hour. H4. We was back in our key area on the H4. If you turn on the line charts, remember the week before, right?
Yeah. Spiked up.
We are just basically marking out our lower lows. So we got lower low. Yeah. Let me see. This is the lower low.
It probably would have been more accurate on the daily.
Yeah, it probably would have, but like
more clearer.
But that's why I say, like, sometimes these are just key areas of what happened the week before, but like scale down to the 1 minute and check structure. Yeah. You feel me? Just don't take the buy once we get back in those areas. So what I'm teaching is basically how to scale down and teach. I mean, how to scale down and see structure and then take a trade.
Yeah. Even more safer.
Yeah, it's more safer. And then like the risk to reward, if you play it right and not get greedy and try to jump the trade too early, wait on structure to play out, you are in a good trade. So right now we see that it's giving spikes, but we are clearly still in a downtrend. You see all these on H4? Nothing is really giving me a signal to buy.
I'm about to delete my whole chart. I got too much lines on that bitch.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie to you. I was like, oh shit. But I can't say nothing because I've been there before. I used to do that, bro. I used to can't even see the candlesticks. So now look, we are back in our key area, right? Boom. Even right here, when it had hit, I didn't take a trade. Why? Why didn't I take this buy when it had hit right here?
Because there's no confirmation that there was a break.
Exactly.
And the trend line is still showing.
Yep, a small trend line, or even if you take a bigger trend line starting from here.
Still not right. Yeah.
Still look.
Not ready.
A, B. That's all you need. It's still not ready. Nothing is giving me confirmation to take those trades. So, but look, like I said, I had entered super early because I started seeing exhausting. First of all, we are at the level right here. It got 2 bounces, and then it broke below it. I'm just being patient, bro, because I'm not even really looking to take a trade until we break, here, right? But once I started seeing like exhaust on 1 minute, I'm like, okay. And that's exactly what I did. I had put a line at this because, for me, in order to draw all my fibs, for me, I got to use this bearish going down, right? And then I need to see at least a bullish going up. So right here, right? Market push. This was the first bullish. I said, okay, whenever we break that bullish close, I'm taking a trade. So like literally
a sell?
No, I'm taking a buy.
Oh.
Because if we was looking for a sell, right? So just say for instance we're looking for a sell, we have to have our bullish bearish going down, right? and we need to have our first bullets going up, right?
Yeah.
It gave me that, right? It gave me my bears going down. If we was looking for sale, it gave me my first bears going down, and it gave me my first bullets going up, right?
Going up.
And usually we don't take the trade until we get where inside the 50 or the 60.
61.8.
But I use reverse psychology and said, I know we have to get to the 50, right? Even though it hit the 50 on this first bears going up, I said that don't count. That the next few candles got to go hit the 50, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I said, whenever we break right above it, because I know these other candles after this first bullet's going up, it has to go hit the 50. So when this started to push above, I jumped in the trade because I know it has to go hit the 50. But at the same time, I knew this was a key level for a buy signal. So I had already jumped in the trade, bro.
Oh my gosh, that's disgusting.
I was already in the trade before.
And that's a good, and you got this, yeah. That's the key level from the 4-hour time frame.
Yeah, this key area was
nah.
If like I said, like if we were looking for a sell, we have to have, you know, I mean, don't get me wrong, it's selling, but if we was looking to, you know, take another sell entry, we pull out the fib from here because it broke this level, right? It broke through those levels, and we got our first bullets going up. I know that after that first bullish, it got to go hit the 50. So once we start to break above here, I was like, I'm taking it. No drawdown. And go look back.
I ain't gonna lie. That's different. But I would have just waited for the retest. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie.
I honestly feel like that first spike is news.
Yeah, that first.
That's what I think that was, and then
I told y'all, I was scared, bro. I just talked about it, bro. I told you I was scared as hell because if you take it from here and go to that first bearish going down, we take our trades where
50
inside the 50. Yeah, bro. So like 50 is right here, and also this is. What time is it? It's 9:30, which we know them spikes happen. Even though it does want to go up, this mug can really like do
it's going
back down.
I ain't gonna front. That shit gonna have you just looking at the charts like just waiting like, come on, what are we doing? Yeah. What are we doing?
Exactly. So like I said, bro. So I'm in a trade right here, and then I had enter a trade right here, and you see it spiked.
Yeah, it was bugging.
I'm like,
it was
bro,
bugging. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I'm like dinner. Like I was only up a couple dollars at this point because my first entry was right here. So I'm really like nervous as hell. It's pushing past the 61.8, and usually like a stop loss can be right below this. But I was willing to risk a little bit more. But I was in 2 trades. If you go back, I think it's on the page. Like my stop, I wasn't watching it, but I knew how much I was willing to risk, honestly.
Yeah, but the stop loss was only a little bigger because the crazy ass news, like the big ass, crazy ass spike.
Exactly. And I knew it, bro. I was like, I am in on 2 positions. The news is going crazy. And like usually it would come back and tap this area since it just broke, bro. It kept going up and down, up and down.
Up and down, up and down, up and down. Yo, I ain't gonna front. I was dead ass in that trade too.
Yeah.
I was dead, but I didn't want to close because I knew it was going to go up, but I was like, damn, so like, what the fuck is this shit trying to do?
Yeah. But like I said, like, and then you know this is the key area. I think she asked me like, I forget when asked me like, where did I get out or was it?
Oh, that at the next key, at the next key,
so
key level,
I just took it here and was like, that's enough. And like I said, I was in multiple positions, like it was over. But you see, but look, this is why it's important to only take trades at key areas, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Let me see. Because like traders, like new traders that doesn't really have a lot of experience, they do stuff like this, which is basically what the market wants you to do. So they like, even if they didn't know this was a key area, but like they didn't, they just say it's a break of structure. They see the market's going up. They'd be like, okay, all right. So we just broke through, the highs right here, and they'd take a buy. Market pushed up a little bit, and then you start seeing it drop. Now they back in drawdown. So now they're like, oh shoot, you feel me? They don't really know where the key areas are at. So they start to see the market go back up, or right here, they'd be like, okay, we created a higher low. Okay, we got another higher low. All right, when we break here, I'm gonna enter the trade, and look what happened. Market dropped for 7,000 pips. You feel me? So now they're like, man, what the fuck? And then this is when most traders say, I took the trade and it hit my stop loss, and then it went in my direction. Because
I see a lot of that. I'm not gonna lie.
Because they're not trading at key levels, bro. Like people would take the buy right here. Why take a trade in these areas when on an H4, like H4 is not a key level at all. I used to do this. We take the trade and then we be in profit and then look, shoot back down. Right. Take our money, and then look what happened. Shot right back to where we wanted to go.
Oh, it's so important to mark up the key levels on a 4-hour time frame and scale down.
So important
to get your entry.
So important. Even at this, like so important. Like even at this key level, right? If I draw up a trend line. Okay, this one would have been a little iffy because I would have been looking to take a sell. And even like I said, I don't even take trades at this time, bro. What time is this?
What time is that?
3 o'clock something. I don't even. And then that's why I said be careful, because at these key areas, the market doesn't just come exactly to it and spike down. It creates wicks and leave wicks above it. So even if I was like, okay, I'm looking to take a trade at 2 o'clock or something, like I'm not getting into the trade, like right here, 9 o'clock. That's basically 2 o'clock, 2 a.m. This is perfect. If I jump on the charts at 2 a.m., I'm like, okay, we just broke through a major H4 level. But did we get any retracements? No. We just kept pushing up, right? Based off this trend line.
So it finally broke.
Yeah. So it broke right here. You see it broke through with this line. We didn't get a come back and spike and touch it and bounce up. We just kept pushing up, right?
Mm-hmm.
So now we already have our trend line. And when the trend line starts to break right in this area, I would say like right here, boom.
50%.
Yeah.
It's that next lower high.
Boom. We got a break of a trend line, right? Y'all agree with this trend line?
Yep.
Oh, shoot. I just messed it up.
It was perfect the way you had it.
Because I started up like back here.
Yeah.
Boom. We got A, B, and now we know we don't want to take a dude. If I'm we got A, B. And now I know I don't want to take a trade into this trend line that's getting broken. And it's a strong, powerful trend line. You see, it's never getting until right here. We broke. And we already know that this is a key lever area. I'm telling you, all this above is nothing but spikes on bigger time frame. Wicks on bigger time frame. So now
what's 9 o'clock again? You said that's 2 a.m.
Yeah, on mine, 9 o'clock to me is 2 a.m. Eastern time for me. So now we got our big push breaking the trend line. Boom. I need my first buy going up. Right. So I got my fib. And I know we don't take our trades until we get inside the 50 or the 50. Boom. And again, what drawdown are we experiencing? We taking our trade. I usually jump in my trade. And then even on market structure, bro, I probably would have got in my trade probably up here, because look, we got push down, push up, push down, push up, and then we just broke down. So I would have said something is going on in this area right here. So even then, this is still a good entry, but you feel me? It's just come with seeing it over time. So I'm already in a trade. I'm only down $70. But look at that. Come up $4,000. $400. Look at that drop. $800. Back to our major levels. You could have got out right here, or you could have got out right here to $100. these major lines, these major areas on the H4 is key. Look, we broke through at H4 level, right? Came back and retest this H4 level, right? Boom, sell again.
It's crazy.
Crazy as hell, bro. So like, are you like really understanding it? I want to make sure y'all.
Nah. I'm not gonna lie. I understand this shit now, but I definitely need that.
I want you to back test it, man.
Yeah, I want to back test it and get the recording so I could just watch it because you see a thing one time.
Yeah.
You like, to be honest, like that's not enough. You got to keep seeing that shit.
You gotta keep saying, and the more that you practice it, the better you get at it, bro.
Mm-hmm.
So like H4 line chart. See what happened this week before. Like over here, I had like 4 or 5 people today sending me key areas from this that happened last week. We got key areas. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Line them up.
And that would have been just a tested area if you put the candle charts on.
Yep, retested areas or wherever,
It seems like every time, what I've been noticing when they do that big drop like that, it go down and create a double bottom before it go back to retest those key areas. Yeah. So you notice that like it'll rise up and then it'll fall back down and then it'll go up versus just shooting back up to that area.
I promise you can look at some messages that I sent to my boys right before we hopped on this call. I was like, bro, wait on a double bottom for this. Yeah, it looks like, you feel me? It looked like it's spiking all the way up. But I truly believe that it's got to come back down to retest some area in here before it's going to go back up on this weekly. So like, let me see. So
some type of demand zone or something.
Yeah, it has to come back down. Like, and it's spiking up right now is to get sellers to buy the market, bro.
Right.
And then later on it's gonna drop. Look, don't get me wrong. Like, if you turn on the line chart on a weekly, right? This higher high, right, got broken right here, right? And when it got broken, it was supposed to create. It was so if it got.
That's what I was waiting for too. That's crazy.
Yeah, it was supposed to come back to it, right? And when it come back to it, because it broke a higher high, you really can't create a. How can you create another higher low when you just came back up under a higher high? That's an indication that the train is like it breaking back down. It was an indication for me like sell the market. Because if it was a true uptrend, it would have came back to this higher high, tapped it for the retest, and continue to go up, creating higher highs, higher lows. But it didn't do that. It broke below that higher high.
Now it's about to retest that.
Now it's going back to retest it. And if you pull out the fib again, like starting from the top, and then like I said on higher time frames, you don't have to really wait on the opposite. You want to see this before you take a trade, but we know that we don't really want to take a trade until we get inside of our 50, 60, this area. And this is on a weekly, right? And we know weeklies can sometimes take a longer time.
Yeah, they take a little long.
Yeah, and then this is another confirmation because we just broke through a higher high. We came back below a higher high, right?
Yeah.
So now what I'm looking for is a spike up on H4. Now I'm looking for the market to come back in this area, right? In order to get there, bro, I'm telling you, this market is going to retrace at some level. And then that's when we want to, catch that trade. So let me... don't get me wrong, the market doesn't have to. The market don't give it don't care about me at all, bro. But like what I think is gonna happen is the market is gonna come back and give us a retracement somewhere in this area.
It could be that 50 area. Oh, let me put you.
I think it's gonna come back in this area.
Wait, to go back up?
Yeah, to go back up. But don't get me wrong. I believe that we are in the overall downtrend.
Definitely, I agree.
But overall, like I feel like it might even happen tomorrow. Like tomorrow, it might come back down give us a spike and then go up. But I feel like the overall big move will be going back up to retest somebody.
Yep.
And then look,
that area to shoot down, and that's the key area right there too.
That's a key area on a daily. If you turn on the launcher, we just broke through it. Have we retested it?
Nope.
No. We haven't retested it, right?
And it's like right next to that 61.8 area too.
Yeah, and then if you turn on the line chart,
opposite.
Yeah, I mean
1.8.
opposite, or you can use like on a daily, like I said, you can use top and the bottom because it's so big. These are candles inside these.
Yeah, it's just really big ass
So what I'm thinking is going to actually happen is it's going to come back. It's going to give us, I feel like it's either today or tomorrow. It's going to give us a little wick, come back, give us a longer wick to retest this area. Somewhere in here is going to get hit, spike, and then I feel like it's going to end up falling into a downtrend later throughout the next couple of weeks. But I'm not taking this buy yet because it doesn't get nothing is really telling me to buy.
Yeah, that shit is just like that's not enough information.
It's not enough information. And then, like I said, like, bro, we are clearly on a downtrend. Like I told dude, stop trying to catch the counter trend. You're not like as raw. Myself, I'm not even as raw. Be disciplined. If I see it's a downtrend, stop trying to catch, stop being greedy. People that counter trend are greedy than me, bro. Like even for myself, I did this multiple times and got my account blown because I was trying to be too greedy. Counter trending.
Me too.
This is a downtrend, bro. Wait on the 50% retracement and continue the trend is your friend. Like wait on this area to at least get smacked,
Super.
Why try to counter trend? Even if it doesn't give me my retracement on H4, I'm not even looking to really buy this. I'm really looking for a sell in these areas.
Yeah, the super key areas.
Yeah, if I do buy, if it do spike down and hit, because my boys are like, when do I buy it? When do I buy it? Bro, we are in an overall downtrend. You should be asking, when do I sell it? Or you should be patient enough to wait for it to get in your area and then take the sell. Because the overall trend right now, according to weekly, look how many we got a break right below, that last higher high, right? If it was going to be, we just talked about it, if it was supposed to be a continuation of an uptrend, it was supposed to come back to this higher high and continue to go up, push up, spike down, and then go up. But we clearly broke below it. And look at the candlesticks. 1, 2, 3. Clear as hell, bearish momentum. So now I'm looking for a push back up and somewhere in this area and then fall back and probably hit the 66.
It might even fuck around trying to slap that that fucking trend line.
Yeah, even a trend line.
Like, yeah.
Clear as day, bro. I don't know where I drew it. Yeah, on a daily. Might even come back, in which, like I said, this area right here is the 50 and a 61.8 area from the weekly Fibonacci. This right now, this Fibonacci is from the daily. But that's the 50 and 60 from the weekly. So I'm not really looking to take a sell until we get back in this area, and that's when I'm starting to scale down and looking for more sales. But like I said, if it does fall down, I can take this counter trend going back up, But overall, I know I'm supposed to be getting out this buys because it's going to fall back again.
It can even do a double bottom before it even goes up to test that area.
Exactly. Yeah. But overall, that comes just with experience, bro. Like, don't even look for buys. Wait for the sell. Be patient. Because you can be like, okay, it's coming back for a double bottom right here. And this is what a market like to do. They'll come back right here. And you be like, okay, this is the double bottom because I know I got to get up there. I used to take the buy right here on this double bottom. But then instead of doing a true double bottom, it would spike down.
Yeah.
Hit stop losses for whoever bought right here. And
then go back up.
Then go back up. But
or it'll just keep going down to finish it out.
Exactly, bro. Like, why even look for buys when it's a clear downtrend? You're trading against the trend. Wait on it to get back in these key areas, the 50 or the 61 point. Even at the 30. So like most people would say, okay, take the trade at the 30. If I take this trade at the 30, I'm already in drawdown right now.
Oh my God. That drawdown will be serious.
Yeah, wait for it to get back in the 50 or the 60 area. If it don't get back to my area, I just missed the trade. I still got my bread. I'm not getting my bread took. Who wants to get their money took? Even if I'm not even using a fib, like Q, if you rush the triple X, he know how to trade without using a fib. Why? Because he know, bro. Go back and watch his videos from 2016, 17. He is literally doing this. He's turning on the line chart. I'm not sure if y'all watched it or not. Like he literally turned on the line chart and he'd be marking up these areas. He'd be marking up these key areas, and he'd have multiple heli lines on there instead of just like a few. But he been through this before, but now his account is so big that he just can trade off higher time frames, and then instead of us like scaling down to the 1 minute, he can scale down to the 15 minute and take a trade and risk $20,000. So y'all getting it, man? I want to make sure y'all get it, bro, before close
definitely.
out.
But
yeah, I definitely.
I just need the recording so I could just watch it.
For sure, brother. Just remember, man, like you can do it on a daily, but the daily just takes longer for structure.
Definitely.
You can do it on the 4 hour. Usually, like I said, I go back, look at key areas based off this 4 hour. Like I said, right here was a key area.
Mm-hmm.
Right here is a key area. And look, when it broke, right here it broke. What did it do? Go back and retest it.
Right there.
Be careful because it give you spikes. It give you wicks, but that's why you scale down to a 1 minute.
Lower time frame. Yep.
In lower time frame, you'd be seeing this. You still see an uptrend. Then once it break, boom, you already in the entry up here, and now you just getting hella pips.
Right.
Your stop loss is somewhere above it, somewhere up here, and now you already catching all the pips. But I don't take trades until we get back into these key areas, right? Based off the week before.
Correct.
This is the key area. Even then, we came back, and that's go back and look at Q page when he was like, I think he posted this. He was like, man, if I wasn't on the phone, I would have caught this sale. Go back and see what I said. I was like, bro, yeah, that last lower high was never broken, right? It just came back and retested it. Pushed the flow, came back and retest, and that's why I took a sell. Go to my page. You see I'm in a sell. Because it never truly broke it. Yeah, it was a smaller
What about
uptrend.
What about that area right there? Is that like a lower high? Like
right here?
Yeah.
It's a lower high, but why is it a lower high? Because on a daily.
Yeah, the daily would have showed you the true.
Yeah, look what happened on the daily.
Yeah.
Look what happened on the daily.
Should have showed you the true shit.
It pushed down. It already broke this. Remember this higher high. It broke below it, created a higher low, and it broke below that lower low, right? So we already know we don't want to take a trade until even if we were looking to take a trade, right? We need to see opposite what color. Boom. Right? We need to see, I mean, it doesn't matter, like, you draw it up. But, like, look, if we got the top, we got the bottom, we need to see an opposite bullish. If it's a downtrend, we need to see an opposite happen before we can even take a sell.
Mm-hmm.
And we know we don't take a trade until we get back to what?
50 or 60%.
50 or 60. Go up a time frame. You'll clearly see why. Now, when we came back in this area, what did we do? We never broke above the 60. And for me, I woke up like around, like I said, I took it late. I seen that we just pushed up and didn't even really break that, this higher low. We just spiked above it.
You just look like you went to snatch.
Yeah.
People's,
stop losses. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
That's exactly
what it looks like. No funny shit.
It never truly broke this. It just went above and came right back low. And if you want to, like, I don't really care about engulfing, but like this is clearly engulfing candle.
Yeah, that was a perfect engulfing right there.
Boom, took a sell.
Right.
We never broke above this 61 point. Yeah, we never broke.
And the crazy part is that it's so much confluence in that area. 66 MA. Bullish engulfing 61.8 fib. That's
key
like
area,
crazy ass confluence in that area.
Boom! Look, key area right here. Broke through it, came back and retested it. Boom! Continue to fall. Created like a double bottom, or you can call it head shoulder pattern. But like this is where mistakes are made because new traders that's why I don't pay attention to patterns. I don't really care about pattern. I care about market structure. Most traders would have been like, oh, head and shoulder pattern. We got our shoulder. We got our, and the banks know that, so they do it on purpose. We got our head, right? And we got our other shoulder, right? So the market's supposed to, go crazy. Look what it did. It went back. Never truly broke, right? And from our fib from the 1 hour, and we already know, like what I'm teaching y'all now, this is a key area on the 4 hour.
Oh, yep.
So I'm not even really, I'm like, okay, if it pushed down before, it could go back up and push down again. So like I took the sell. Boom. Where you take it to the 27 for like, if like you said, if you would, that's 68,000 pips if you have a one standard lot on there.
That's how much?
$68,000 if you have just a one standard lot on US30. If you just have a small 0.10, that's still $6,800.
That's still life changing money, nigga.
That's good money, bro.
That's great.
Yeah.
You feel me? But it's all off of market structure. And turning on and seeing that stuff is not getting broken, bro. Like reading the market. But you see, like what the banks do, they give you the head and shoulder pattern. You feel me? And new traders would took the buy.
But it's the only reason why I would have never fell for the okie doke of the whole buy is because I already know the overall market structure is sell. Exactly. So that's why to me it's not valid. But if it was in like a buy, like or a trend change, then it could go to a certain level.
Exactly. And why do we know that? Because of structure on a daily, right?
Yeah, so that trend line.
Exactly. Look, on a daily, we have a push down. We created our first higher low, and then we broke a lower low. And now we broke the lower low. What has to happen? It has to go back to retest that lower low. So once it came back and retested this lower low, this is a daily, bro. Look at that.
That's crazy.
Look at this wick. That tells me just off this daily move right here, I probably just say, man, F it. I'm selling because look at this. We retest this with a wick. Something is pushing us down. That's a lot of pressure. My TP would have been right here. At least.
At least.
At least. But I already know from my fib on a daily, even if I draw it right here because it hit the 50 right here, or if I draw it right here, my TP with 27 extension, it was smacked and kept going. So my trade would have been from here, boom, all the way down to here for 64,000 pips.
Woo!
Easy, or $6,400 with a 0.10. And you know me, I like to use a couple 0.10, so that would have been 6,000 times 3. 18. Easy bread, bro. Just off of market structure on bigger time frame. Yeah, and like I said, I scaled down to the 1 minute, so my entries would have been crisp.
Wicked.
Yeah. I would have been really gaining every pip. Exactly what I'm like showing y'all, bro. Y'all can do the same thing. Like everybody's capable. It's just Q doesn't really like talk about it, bro. Even though he knows it, he knows how to do this, but bro, he don't have to do all that. Like this account is big. He would have just took the sell right here and just be like F it. Like even though it's pushing back, his stop loss is still up here because he already sees structure happening. That's all he needs. He already knew that this was broken.
Right.
All he was getting on is just for it to get back in his area. And he's taking a sell once we get like somewhere right there. A sell limit. He don't even have to see this. Yeah. Here I got a sell limit. Once it hit right here, he's already in the sell. He's in a little bit of drawdown. Now he's already in the money.
Ooh, that's crazy.
For $100,000 day.
Crazy.
Easy. All of this has just been patient and seeing like structure. That's why the line chart is your friend too, because you can clearly point out the higher lows and higher highs.
Definitely. And I'm definitely about to start using the 4 hour for key levels. That's like so key.
I don't even want to take trades until we are in my key areas.
And now I see why you only take a couple, maybe 2 to 3 trades for this particular trade. I definitely see that on the 4 hour.
Exactly.
Yeah, I see that. So that's this.
Like I was saying right here, like market pushed down, right? Boom. And even like say for instance, none of this happened yet, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we just got our first break on this candlestick right here, right? And I'm taking a trade right here. I'm taking a trade right here.
Oh, hell no.
No.
I'm taking a trade right here.
No, you waiting for a for real retest of your.
I like how you said
key
that.
level.
For real.
Key level. Yeah, for
real retest, bro. This is how the market gets. This is how the market's taking everybody money because people like, okay, you know, we got a spike back in, you know, these wicks
breaking retests.
These wicks don't do nothing, bro. Like on the don't get me wrong, these wicks are candlesticks on smaller time frames, but just be patient, bro. Like people would be like, okay, that's a retest, you know, we starting to fall. We starting to fall below this one. So now I know for sure we are clearly in a sell. And we get too greedy and we looking for the big sell. And now look, market pushed up. Now the boys like, okay, now we might really be going up, you know, to touch this level. Now the market pushed back down. So nigga, like, okay, this is a higher low, you feel me? This is lower high. Let me just go on here, sell it to, you know, it's gonna break this and then continue to go push back up.
That is crazy. You done really just showed me the difference between major and minor structure in a heavy way.
Exactly.
Oh my God.
Exactly. And then like, I don't even know what to do right here. Like all my money is gone before I even get here. You feel me? Why not just wait for it to get in the area? And now look, since I waited and I scaled down to the 1 minute, which is even better, my risk to reward is
wicked.
All the way down here, bro, for 32,000 pips.
Different.
Easy. Because I was patient. These key areas. Look, right here, right? Am I taking a sell? Am I taking a sell right here?
Nah.
You want to take a sell right here? What am I doing? I'm waiting. Getting back in this area. And don't get me wrong, like I said, bro, don't just take sales at the area because on bigger time frames, it like to give wicks above. And honestly, like I'll have this one instead of putting it right here, I put it on the first spike down. So it'll be here because this is just a double bottom to fake out to take out these stop losses. So I'll put it right here. And now look what happened. It came right back to it. But we already know we are scaling down to the 1 minute. And if we're on a 1 minute, we clearly see it's an uptrend. And another thing I used to make mistakes. Stop taking sales when you see a bullish candle. If this candle is all the way put, that's when you start to guess and gamble because if this is pushing all the way up, and I used to take a sell right here, like, oh, I said it's high. Why would I want to take a sell when I see a bullish candle going up? If anything, I'd rather be late and take the sell on, you know, if I'm looking for a sell, I'd rather take it after seeing a sell candle, you know? Stop taking sales when you see. I used to do this all the time, like stupid, like and trying to catch the top, right? So when this is pushing up, I'm like, okay, it's gonna fall right here. It's a big candlestick, bullish. This thing don't care about you. It came down, spiked a little bit, and kept going.
I done messed up my account doing that so much, trying to catch the top, selling way at the top.
Yeah, like look at this one. It started pushing up so high. I'm like, oh shit, like this mug gotta drop right here. Take a sip, nigga. That don't respect you at all, bro. It's $66.6 trillion getting traded a day. Your little my little $5 ain't gonna do nothing. This ain't gonna they don't have to listen to me. So even like I would let this close, bro. And if anything, I would say, you know, once this closed bullish, I would say, if anything, you know, if I had another strategy, I was like, if anything, I'll wait for it to come below here before I, you know, take a sell. So I'll let all this happen, which it did start pushing up. You see the wick, it was pushing up. And then, like, once it started to fall back, take a sell. Don't take sales when you see a clear bullish candlestick on a H4. You're getting.
Yep.
And this, and since I kept doing it, it caused me to scale down and see what the hell is really going. And if you go to the 1 minute, which I just showed y'all many times, it's steady creating higher high. I mean, higher low. And then eventually it broke and created a lower high.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I seen that first lower high, I put out my fib and it was hitting the 50 every single time. So my entry would have been up here and now all I got to do is just ride it back down.
Cause that's still a good massive ass play right there too.
Exactly, that's pips. Like I said, like I told, like I left my all I need is $500 a day. That's $2,500 a week. $500 a day is all I need to survive, bro. Who wouldn't want to take what job is paying $500 a day?
Right.
Or unless you work in 80 plus hours, you feel me?
80 plus, 100 plus
$500 a
hours.
day, bro. Sometimes we get greedy, bro, and we look for big moves. All you need is $500 a day. Rent is no more than $1,200 at the most, depending on where you live. But like, all you need is about $1,200. That's $2,500 that you're making in a week if you're making $500 a day. And like I showed y'all on a smaller, like on M1, like I showed y'all on M1, and using just 0.10s. That's $300. That's about $350 right there. That's a good day.
Yep.
Stop being greedy.
Stack it.
Yeah, and if you stack it, like I said, I like to use, you know, a couple 0.10s because I'm on an M1 looking at structure and my stop loss is so tight. I'm gonna stack it. Look at this. That's $468. But if I stack it, that's $800. I'm done.
Yeah.
How much time is that? Took the trade right here, and this is the 1 minute chart. What is that? 2202, and I'm out by 2238. So what is that? About 37 minutes?
Yep.
I'm out the trade. Made my little $800 in a day. Stop being greedy. Or compound it to the point where, or compound it to the point where your Q banks or whoever, you know, now instead of using 0.10s, you're using a standard lot because now you have a lot in your account, and now you're making $4,000 a day and you know, 37.
Shit.
You feel me?
Yep.
Easy.
I'm not gonna lie, this shit was a big help. I'm not gonna lie. Because even though I was winning, I will always like place trades in areas that are not key levels.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. And that's where the banks want you to do so they can take your bread, bro. That's what the banks want you to do so they can take your money, honestly. Remember, like I just showed you how it went up, went down, went up, went down.
Yeah.
And then it went to retest. And then, you feel me, it made its move.
Sure.
So y'all feel like y'all got it, man? Or
Yes.
Definitely.
I need the recording, please.
Okay, I'm gonna try to get it to you, man. It takes like a couple hours for it to actually load. So
I don't mind like a day or two. I just need that so I can start. You know.
Yeah, I'll send it to you. You might have to like send me your email or something. So
I'm gonna send you my email after we done.
Okay. But yeah, that's a bet, bro. What I want y'all to do, man, is go back. And like I said, it doesn't matter what pair you're on, bro. All of it do the same thing. Just go. When key levels are broken, it goes back and retests. Like right here, this was the last higher low. It broke, right?
Mm-hmm.
And what did it do? Went back. And don't get me wrong, gold likes to like spike a little bit because it likes to like do its own thing, bro. It's gold. But still, if you scale down to the 1 minute, you'll clearly see like an uptrend starting probably from right here. you're still seeing uptrend on the 1 minute. Then once you start to break, gave you that 50%, like right here from this bottom to here, gave you that 50% level. Entry would have been at the 50. So we're somewhere in here. Stop loss would have been above. Take the sell. It spiked up for 200 pips. I can see what the woman is doing just off of what happened, bro. And another thing, like, bro, nothing really. Like this, like for Q, he don't even have to go to the woman because his account is so big, right? The nigga just takes the trade. He already noticed these key levels. Came down as soon as he see probably a selling candle, boom. He's already in the trade right there, and his stop loss is above here. TP is at that. This is what he teaches in his webinars. TP is down here. Boom. Don't get me wrong. That's how you get his money. Like his TP is all the way up here. He's willing to risk, however, how much he want to risk, really. But like his TP is getting smacked for 2,000 pips on gold. But he's waiting. He's not just taking once he's breaking these levels. He's waiting on stuff to happen. Like he said, he trade 2 weeks out of the month, bro. Why? Because he's waiting on setups on bigger time frames. But I'm showing y'all he's waiting on that on weekly. Same stuff on weekly. It's the same stuff, bro. Higher lows and lower highs and higher highs and higher lows are getting broken. Just the same stuff. He's just waiting on a big move. If you go back and watch his webinars or Confluence, he's going to the monthly. Q is literally going to the monthly. He's drawing up stuff from the monthly, scaling down to the weekly, scaling down to the daily to draw his fib. And then he's taking trades on the M30 and 15 minute. He's not trading every day, but he's waiting on these moves to get broken.
Lucky.
Yeah. It's the same thing with every pair, bro. Go to the 4 hour. 4 hours is just enough. That's all you really need to point out your key areas. Cut on the line chart. What is market doing? Broke this higher high. Created a new higher high up here. Spiked above a little bit, probably with spikes. Yeah, look, I knew it. Spikes. Came back down, broke it, right? Once we got this broke, we need our first opposite. Right, this is our first opposite, you agree?
Yep.
Yes, yep. That's the first opposite. That's the first opposite.
Where we taking our trade?
50, 60% area. Sorry, 50, 61.8% area. Scale down to 1 minute time frame.
Just scale down to 1 minute, but still, look, our stop loss or our entry would have been somewhere up in here, right?
Yeah.
It spoke above. If you scale down and want the best entry, your stop loss, your entry would have been somewhere up in here. But still, how much are you risking? Even if we take it out here at the 50 or like right here, we only risking not even 100 pips on GU. If you're using one standard lot on GU, you're not even losing 100 pips. But look at the reward. You're up $12,000. If you're using one standard lot, $1,300, $1,400. What is telling me to sell? Nothing right here is telling me to buy. Turn on the line chart. Is this higher? Is this higher, lower high getting broken?
Nope.
No, stay in the sell. Nope. Stay in the sell. Is this lower high getting broken?
Nope.
Stay in the sell. This lower high getting broken? No, stay in the sell.
Nope.
All these lower highs are not even getting broken. I'll still be in a sell like right now. And if I was trading GU, we got a lower high right here that was quickly broken, right?
Mm-hmm.
It broke, and look what you're seeing right now.
It made a higher low.
It made a higher low, but did it break through this higher low?
Nah.
Did this lower high?
No.
So it possibly can still be in a downtrend, bro. This can look at all these spikes. They had an exhaustion area. It possibly can be. It's still going down. You feel me? Like I need my first opposite. I need this. I need my first opposite, right? And when the market comes back in, what the hell is going on? The market come back in my key area.
And if you did that it would have been playing out perfectly right now too.
Yeah. Even if I would have took this buy, I would have took it for a short term, bro, or took it back.
Short term, yeah.
Took it for
Yep.
I took it right here and took it back to these, lower highs. Right there, that's $300 still. Like I said, $500 a day. I trade US30 because it's more bread, but like it's $300 a day. Sometimes you're gonna hit that $500. Why be greedy? Take the five. Get out the market. Look at this long spike. That's $500 right there. Down. Get out the market. What are you greedy for? And you see what happened when you greedy? It was up $500. Then look what happened. Dropped on you. Now you up $57. Easy. But yeah, man, I'm gonna let y'all back test, bro. I gotta low key slide. I'm on my cousin crib, and I got
some
things I gotta do in the morning. Pick people up at the airport. But what I want y'all to do is just back test, bro. Back test. Take screenshots. Take pictures. Send them to me.
All right, bro.
Take screenshots. Back test. Send it to me. We can discuss it. And like the Telegram, I'm still trying to get that. Yeah. So next week, what I want to do is get more people. I want to start, get on more Zoom. I've been Zooming with everybody, not everybody, but like a lot of people. And I want to make sure everybody understands how I trade before people start dropping their own style confusing.
Yeah.
Be able to have everybody comfortable with how I see the market. So that way, when stuff is getting dropped in the chat, everybody know how we supposed to be looking at it. You feel me?
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, like I said, take it, bro. This like what I'm showing y'all is how pro style traders are trading, bro, and they're definitely scaling down to the 1 minute and 5 minute to get a better entry. They're not just taking trades on 15 and 30 minutes. I used to do that. You're gonna be in drawdown if you're doing that. Wait on structure to break. Wait on structure to break on a 1 minute. Is there anything like else, like anything else I needed or wanted to talk about?
No. This is like you actually covered everything.
Okay, bro. So, like I said, man, practice it, back test, screenshot whatever you need, send it to me, and we can discuss it. And if you really just don't truly understand anything, we can hop back on here. Hit me. Just let me know though. Don't just like try to, FaceTime me or anything or out of the blue.
Oh, nah.
Let me know. And then we can, like I said, I'm on the charts 24/7, bro. I love this. This is art to me. This is like drawing. It's like having a paintbrush in my hand on the charts. I love this. So most likely I'm on the charts, either if I'm trading off my phone, I love it. So hit me. I like talking about it.
All right. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate your time, man. You really helped a lot.
For sure, man. Like I said, God's calling. Hopefully different. Yeah, God allowed me to see it, man, after a year and a half, 2 years trading. And all I'm doing is trying to help people who are in the course as well, bro. Because a lot of people trading with smaller accounts and they can't trade like the next big time trader until they understand what's going on. So yeah, like I usually tell everybody else, man, if you don't mind, like you can hit the chat, hit the group message, tell them that we was on a Zoom call. You understand? And if you can, like, bro, if you really truly understand what I'm saying, go help the next person, bro. Help the next person. We are in the chat there to help people, bro. That's why I'm helping y'all. Only reason I'm charging y'all is because sometimes I went to go see coaches. I went to go see family members. I have taught people for free, sitting there hours on top of hours. And then that next week, they don't even want to trade no more. So now it was like a waste of time for me. When I love this, I have a passion for this, but I go spend my quality time with somebody and they don't even take it serious. And I spend 5 or 6 hours with them. And it's like, damn, that's a spit in my face. That's the only reason I trade. How much did you buy a Q course for? I bought it for $800 something. $150 is not a much. You feel me? But I do that only because I want to make sure I'm not wasting my time.
Yeah.
But if you can and you truly understand this, go help somebody for free, bro. Or find a buddy and show them, and then now you trading with him, seeing the same stuff. That's what I'm making a Telegram for, so we all can see the same way that we trade the charts. Even though you're gonna see it your own type of way, but like we all have that same style, like we can help each other.
Yep.
So yeah, man, if y'all don't mind, drop it in the chat, man. You don't have to, but like just just let people know that you have a different way of send structure when it comes to the charts. I appreciate y'all jumping on. I appreciate y'all giving me this opportunity to be able to help y'all. And I ask the God, continue to watch over us and bless us in major ways.
Period. Thanks.
Thank you, man. I'm gonna hit you tomorrow.
Okay.
See if the thing is done downloaded.
Okay, that's cool.
Thanks so much.
For sure, man. I'll let you know. Just hit me.
All right, bro.
All right.
All right. Yeah.